Welcome to the Courtroom Chronicles. This channel is dedicated to educational content based on real-life cases and true events. This content shared here is drawn directly from the actual case file, and no names, places, or items have been changed. However, the content has been carefully summarized and presented for educational purposes in a comprehension format to inform, enlighten, and spark meaningful discussions. Whether you're here to learn, reflect, or simply understand the real-world scenarios better, you're in the right place. We believe in the power of truthful storytelling to educate and inspire. Disclaimer. While all stories are based on real cases, they are presented in a condensed and structured format for clarity and learning. Viewer discretion is advised where necessary. This case is cited from the Nigerian National Industrial Court online file, which is public record. Summary of the judgment in suit number Nikan LA 317-2021. Parties: claimant, Mr. Joe Mario Saxum Giovanni, former sub-manager at Union Bank of Nigeria PLC. Defendant counterclaimant, Union Bank of Nigeria PLC. Key issues: 1. Constructive dismissal. The claimant alleged unfair transfers, demotion, and hostile work conditions forced his resignation. 2. Unpaid benefits. Claimant sought bonuses from 2017 to 2019. Commissions from January to May 2019. Terminal benefits and NHF remittances. 3. Counterclaim. The bank sought repayment of a staff loan, 11.75 million naira plus 27% interest. A tale of two claims, Mr. Giovanni versus Union Bank, shadows at the branches. Once a proud sub-manager at Union Bank of Nigeria PLC, Mr. Joe Mario Saxum Giovanni watched his career unravel in ways he couldn't have imagined. In a dizzying stretch of just 21 days, he was transferred across 3 different branches. No relocation support, no clear explanation. The title he once bore, Zonal Team Lead, vanished without notice. It felt like sabotage, a slow push out of the company he had served faithfully. On July 23, 2019, unable to bear it any longer, Giovanni sent a powerful email to his superiors titled Constructive Termination of Employment. He painted a picture of a toxic work environment that had left him no choice but to resign. Yet, in a curious twist, he returned days later for a client meeting. But his access had been revoked. His driver, his company car, gone. To Giovanni, it was clear the bank had locked him out. But the Union Bank saw it differently. Giovanni, they said, was the one walking away, and not without debts. He still owed 11.75 million naira on a staff loan, and the bank wanted every naira, with interest. The gavel strikes. Before Justice MNSOA of the National Industrial Court, both parties laid their grievances bare. Giovanni argued he was constructively dismissed, that the bank's actions forced his resignation. He demanded unpaid bonuses from 2017 to 2019, commissions for early 2019, and terminal benefits. He also added claims for unremitted National Housing Fund contributions. But under the scrutiny of the court, his case faltered. Why keep working after resigning if the environment was unbearable? The judge asked. His transfers, while inconvenient, were within the bounds of his contract. His pay remained unchanged. There was no solid proof of a demotion. The bonus claims? Pure hearsay, no appraisals, no documentation. Even the terminal benefits he sought were based on gossip about what others had supposedly received. Only one item survived the court's blade, a legal fee invoice of 2.5 million naira. The bank's counterclaim Union Bank countered with force, demanding repayment of the 11.75 million naira loan, plus 27% interest. Giovanni argued that his forced resignation should have triggered an insurance clause to cover the debt. But the court saw through it. There was no actual constructive dismissal, only a strategic resignation letter. Still, the bank's case wasn't flawless. They couldn't justify the high interest rate. The judge cut their claim nearly in half, awarding them just 5.98 million naira with a 10% statutory interest rate. Reflections in the aftermath. As both parties exited the courtroom, the score stood even: bruised egos, partial victories, and hard lessons. Why Giovanni lost. He didn't quit immediately after claiming to resign. He lacked documents, no appraisals, no written evidence, no contracts. Mixed signals. Claiming constructive dismissal while still working confused the court. Why the bank lost ground? their records were sloppy. They couldn't explain their interest rate claims or track NHF remittances. The morale. In the courtroom, stories must be told with paper, not passion. Giovanni might have prevailed if he'd walked away cleanly and documented every step. The bank might have swept the board if it had tightened its documentation and contracts. In the end, both parties walked away with less than they hoped, an expensive lesson in the importance of clarity, record-keeping, and timing. Thanks so much for watching, fam. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below, and let me know what you think about the case. I love hearing your thoughts and feedback. And hey, if you felt a connection or learned something new, give this video a like and share it with someone who might enjoy it too. Until next time, stay safe, stay real, and I'll catch you in the next one.